Hello students, welcome to the class applications of derivatives. So in the last class already I explained about the increasing and decreasing function. With the help of graph it is very easy to find which function is a increasing and which function is a decreasing. But with the help of derivative I gave the concept. If the first derivative is greater than 0, that means positive. If the first derivative you will get the positive answer, then it is a strictly increasing. If the first derivative is less than 0, that is the negative answer if you will get, then it is strictly decreasing. See the first one in exercise 6.2, already I explained so many examples. Now we will start with the exercise 6.2 from NCERT. First one, show that the function given by f of x is equal to 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing on R. That means what we have to do? First write down the function as it is. Now differentiating with respect to x, first derivative is 3, differentiation of 3x, already you are familiar. See 3 we will not change because 3 is a fix, it is always positive, means is it greater than 0 or what? Yes, 3 is a positive number, it is greater than 0. That means f dash of x, the first derivative is greater than 0. If the first derivative is greater than 0 means the given function is strictly increasing. Therefore, the given function f is strictly increasing function. See, only with the help of derivatives without graph. Now I am moving to the next example. In exercise 6.2, next example, second one. Show that the function given by f of x is equal to e raised to 2x, exponential function, is strictly increasing on R. R means what? Set of real numbers. So here also first write down the function. The given function is f of x is equal to e raised to 2x. As usual, first we have to find the first derivative. Differentiating with respect to x, f dash of x. What is the differentiation of e raised to 2x? It is e raised to 2x. By using chain rule, we have to differentiate 2x. Yes, what is the differentiation of 2x? 2. It is 2 into e raised to 2x. Are you familiar? The exponential value, the exponential function e raised to x is a value lying between 2 and 3. See, 2 is also positive, 3 is also positive. Any number lying between 2 and 3 is what? It is again a positive number. So, this is positive and 2 is positive. That means positive into positive, total it is a positive. So, it is greater than 0. That is f dash of x is greater than 0. If the first derivative is greater than 0, then the function is strictly increasing. Therefore, the given function is strictly increasing on R, that is set of real numbers. For all the values the answer is positive, it is greater than 0. Moving to the next example. See, all the examples are very simple if you know the basic concepts. Moving to the third example. Show that the function given by f of x is equal to sin x is, first one, strictly increasing on strictly increasing, sorry, in 0 comma pi by 2 interval is given. Second one, strictly decreasing in pi by 2 comma pi. Third one, neither increasing nor decreasing in 0 comma pi. So what we have to do? As usual, first we have to find the derivative. So the given function is what? The given function is f of x. F of x is equal to sin x. Differentiating with respect to x. F dash of x is differentiation of sin x is what? Cos x. Now I am moving to the first one. First one, strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by 2. You are familiar with first year trigonometry. 0 comma pi by 2 means in which quadrant? This is 0, this is pi by 2 origin, this is the first quadrant. And you know that in the first quadrant all the trigonometric terms are positive. See, for every, that means for all, x belongs to 0 comma pi by 2. That means what we are writing? We are telling that for all the values in the first quadrant, for every x belongs to 0 comma pi by 2, here first derivative is what? Cos x. Cos x is greater than 0 because all the trigonometric terms are positive. Cos x is what? Cos x is nothing but the first derivative. First derivative is greater than 0. See, if the first derivative is greater than 0 means the function is strictly increasing. Where it is increasing? It is increasing in the first quadrant 0 to pi by 2. This implies the function f is, that means given function is strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by 2, that is in first quadrant. So is it clear or what? Now we are moving to the second question. What is the second question? We have to show that strictly decreasing in pi by 2 comma pi. Where is pi by 2 comma pi comes? Yes, it is in the second quadrant. Pi by 2 to pi. In the second quadrant, which trigonometric terms are positive? Sin and cosec are positive. The remaining 4 are negative. So here for every x belongs to pi by 2 comma pi. What you are writing about cos x? Remember, we are writing in the second quadrant. What you are writing about a cos x? Cos x in second quadrant, it is always negative. Negative means less than 0. But what is cos x? Cos x is nothing but the first derivative. This implies f dash of x is less than 0. That means the first derivative is negative. If the first derivative is negative means the function is strictly decreasing. This implies the given function f is strictly decreasing in pi by 2 comma pi, that is in second quadrant. Now moving to the third one, we have to show that neither increasing nor decreasing in 0 comma pi. See, 0 comma pi means it contains first quadrant as well as second quadrant. In the first quadrant the function is increasing, in the second quadrant the function is decreasing. That means in one half it is increasing, in one half it is decreasing, and total if you consider means it is neither increasing nor decreasing. So this I am writing like this. Third one, from the above result that is, what is above result? The function is strictly increasing in 0 comma pi by 2, that is first quadrant, and the function is strictly decreasing in pi by 2 comma pi, second quadrant. That means in one half it is increasing, one half it is decreasing. This implies total quadrant, both the quadrant, the function is neither increasing, nor decreasing in 0 comma pi. See, is the sum is interesting or what? Yes, it is interesting also and it is easy also. Moving to the next question, that is question number 4 in the exercise. See, what is that question? Find the intervals. See, here we have to find the intervals. Find the intervals in which the function f given by f of x is equal to f of x is equal to 2x square minus 3x is first one, strictly increasing, second one, strictly decreasing. See, already in the last class when I started the increasing and decreasing function, I explained the concept. Now also I will explain the concept with this example. First we have to write the function as it is, 2x square minus 3x. After that go for a first derivative, differentiating with respect to x. This is f dash of x is equal to 4x minus 3. If the question is find the interval, means there is little bit change. So what we have to do? We have to equate the first derivative with 0. That means f dash of x is equal to 0 gives, yes, equate that, 4x minus 3 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 3 by 4. See, for our convenient, mark this in the number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, here we are getting negative values. 3 by 4, where it comes, it is a positive, remember 3 by 4 comes in between 0 and 1, just I marked here, this is the 3 by 4. And what you are observing in the number line, that point 3 by 4 divides the number line into two parts. At 3 by 4 it divides, and whenever you are writing an interval, we have to move from left to right. So what is the first left value? It is minus infinity. So the intervals are, it starts with negative, minus infinity to 3 by 4 and 3 by 4 to infinity. Disjoint intervals, we will call it as a disjoint because the elements are not common there. We got a two intervals. Now I will show you one interesting and easy method to write the increasing and decreasing function. And for your convenient, I am writing the first derivative here, f dash of x is equal to 4x minus 3. To write the increasing and decreasing in easy way and simple way, write the table. First we have to write the intervals. Then write down the sign of first derivative, f dash of x. After that, nature, nature of the function, nature of f, that is increasing or decreasing. First interval is what? First interval is minus infinity to 3 by 4. So, in between minus infinity to 3 by 4, select any number, whatever is convenient for you. I will take 0 because it helps for our calculations. If you write x0, what is this value? 0 minus 3. 0 minus 3 is minus. Is it negative or what? Yes, negative means it is less than 0. If you write the values from minus infinity to 3 by 4, any values, you will get a negative answer. So, it is minus. Minus means less than 0. So, that means the first derivative is less than 0. If the first derivative is less than 0 means it is strictly decreasing. See, if you write in the form of table, you will not do any mistake, single mistake. Next the second interval is 3 by 4 comma infinity. Take any number between 3 by 4 and infinity. So, 3 by 4 to infinity means we are moving on right side. In between this, take any number. For easiest calculation, I will take x is equal to 1. So, it is 4 into 1 minus 3, that is 1. It is positive and it is greater than 0. If you take any value, you will get positive answer only. So, this is positive greater than 0. So, the function is strictly increasing. See, is it easy or what? Yes. If you write in the table, you will not do not even a single mistake. Instead of writing in the line, in the form of line, better you make a table. Now, I am moving to the next question. That is question number 5. Find the intervals in which the following function or expression f given by f of x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7 is, first one, strictly increasing, second one, strictly decreasing. Yes, students. Now take a paper and pen. If you write along with me, you will be perfect. So I will explain and I will write slowly. First write on the function f of x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7. Differentiating with respect to x. First derivative f dash of x is equal to 2x cube differentiation is 6x square. 3x square differentiation is 6x, middle minus sign is there, minus 36. And for our convenient, I will write this in the simplest form. Simplest form means first I will took 6 common, x square minus x minus 6. Better you write in the factors form. Factorize this and write down. Yes, you know how to factorize this. It is x minus 3 and it is x plus 2. X square minus x plus 6, sorry, minus 6 will be x minus 3 and x plus 2. Now equate this with 0. Now f dash of x is equal to 0 gives, that means we are equating this value with 0. That is 6 into x minus 3 into x plus 2 0 implies x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 2. Now mark this in the number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. and see, first we have to mark that points on the number line. X is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3. So, what you are observing? We are observing that the number line is divided into 3 parts. The intervals are minus infinity to minus 2, minus 2 to 3 and 3 to infinity. So, again for your convenient I am writing f dash of x here. F dash of x is equal to 6 into x minus 3 into x plus 2. For your calculation sake I wrote like that. Now, we will make a table. So, write down, first we have to write the intervals, then we have to write the sign of f dash of x, then we have to write the nature of f, that is increasing or decreasing. First interval is what? Minus infinity to minus 2. In between minus infinity to minus 2, I will select minus 3. See, if you write minus 3 means it is 6 into x minus 3 into x plus 2. If you write x is equal to minus 3 minus 3 is minus 6, minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, minus into minus plus. See only the sign, not the values. Remember, we want only sign. So, first bracket is minus, second bracket is also minus, totally we got plus, that is greater than 0. That means, if you write the value in between minus infinity to minus 2, you will get a positive answer, that is first derivative is greater than 0. So, it is strictly increasing. Next, moving to the next interval, minus 2 to 3. From minus 2 to 3, I took 0. To write the calculation simplest way, I wrote x as a 0. If you write x 0, that is 0 minus 3 is minus, because minus 3 you are getting, and 0 plus 2 is 2. See, one is negative and one is positive. First one is negative, second one is positive. Finally, we got negative less than 0. It is strictly decreasing. Next, moving to the third interval. What is the third interval? 3 comma infinity. In 3 comma infinity, I took 4. Don't take that end values, remember, because they are open interval. We cannot take. Take 4. If you write x as a 4, see the first derivative. First interval is what? 4 minus 3. Because 6 is positive, I am not writing. And it is 4 plus 2. This is positive because 4 minus 3 is 1. 4 plus 2, that is also positive. Positive into positive is positive. It is greater than 0. So, strictly increasing because the first derivative is greater than 0. Yes, really if you are very much interested in the mathematics, write down one more line. Otherwise, if you have a confusion, stop it here, you will get the full marks. What is the next step then? Really if you are interested, see, we can combine the first one and second one. Why? In the first and second both the function is strictly increasing. Therefore, the function f is strictly increasing in minus infinity to minus 2 union 3 to infinity, because in both intervals it is increasing and it is decreasing in minus 2 to 3. See, is it very simple or what? Yes. That means, tell me what is the concept? If the first derivative is greater than 0 after substitution of values or whatever it is, or in the interval, if the first derivative is greater than 0, the function is strictly increasing. If the first derivative is less than 0, then the function is strictly decreasing.